often called the silent destroyer. Termites are a group of eusocial insects accepted as family Termitoidae. Drywood termites make their nests within cellulose-based materials. They build distinctive mud tubes to gain access to food sources and to protect themselves from open air. In exposed areas, termites travel within shelter tubes. Damwood termites typically infest damp and decaying timber. Formosan termites are capable of infesting boats and live trees. Subterranean termites live in underground colonies or in moist areas above ground that can contain up to 2 million members. Subterranean termites build special structures called mounds. The walls of the mounds have holes through which air can stream in and out due to difference in wind velocity. The hot air rises from the central nest, leading from the convection currents with air, rising inside the air channels of the ridges to the top of the mound. Temperatures in the peripheral air channels of the ridges should be lower than the central shaft. Air should flow from the top of the mound into the air channels of the ridges, exchanging with hot air. Thus, the ridges are assumed to function as the lungs of the mound. Excavate galleries in the wood and then follow the framework of the house to gain access to upper levels. Termites often first attack wood that is located close to the soil, such as the mud sill around your house. Cellulose, especially wood, is the main food source for subterranean termites. Termites often feed on wood used in landscaping, but any type of mulch provides termites with moisture and protection from the elements. The termite is a swarm-minded social insect. These insects live in colonies governed by rigid caste systems. All 4 castes differ dramatically in appearance and responsibilities. Each caste is regulated by caste-regulating pheromones produced by the termite themselves. Worker termites developed into winged adult termites passing through an intermediate nymphal stage after they progress towards the adult stage. Nymphal termites undergo a regressive mode, thereby reverting back to the worker called pseudogates. Secondary or supplementary reproductives develop from nymphs. Tertiary or third form reproductives develop from workers. If the king or queen die, secondary reproductives take the king or queen's place. Soldier termites, brown in color and have enlarged heads and mandibles, are physically and sexually immature males and females. Their heads have a pair of very large mandibles or jaws that are made to puncture, slice and kill enemies. The soldier caste's enlarged jaws prevent them from feeding themselves and they rely upon workers to assist them in this task. The sole function of the warrior termite is to defend the colony from attacks. Queue. She has fully developed and functional gonads that allow her to lay the eggs. The process of physogastry is present when her abdomen increases in size to enormous proportion as she ages. The growth of her ovaries resulting in the oversizing of the abdomen in the queen. She uses a protein-rich saliva that is necessary to produce eggs in series. She will give the workers a clear liquid secretion that flows continuously from her ears, mixed with secretions from her genital passages to cover the eggs when she lays them. The king is the fertile male of the community, smaller than the queen but also larger than the workers and the soldiers. Her abdominal wall moves all the time in a rather rhythmic contraction of waves. These contractions are assisting her blood to move through the abdomen. The king supplies the queen with the sperm necessary to fertilize the eggs. The king can fertilize the queen even once time and then he is waited on the rest of his life. If the queen is laying a very large number of eggs, then the king may find it necessary to service her once a month. Worker termites are physically and sexually immature males and females and are the most numerous caste. These wingless white insects are typically the first termites seen when an active shelter tube is breached. They are white in appearance and navigate with their antennae rather than their eyes. This caste of termite is responsible for bringing food back to the colony, caring for the other termites, and constructing the galleries and tunnels that form the physical colony. Combs are made from macerated woody material gathered by foraging workers that is chewed up and swallowed. When the foragers return to the nest, they evacuate this material very quickly as pseudo-feces, passing it on to the nest workers, which take this material and mold it into the fungus comb. This is to check the hydrophobicity of fungal combs. Due to the growth of a fungus, a drop of water placed in the fungus comb did not get absorbed even after 4 hours. The pseudofeces, once deposited in the comb, the Termitomyces fungi, develop spores and begin spreading hyphae through the comb. As these grow, they delignify and digest cellulose, converting it into simpler sugars and nitrogen. The termites then consume this enriched fodder for food. The structure of the comb is dynamic. Fresh material is continually added to the top and digested material is consumed from the bottom. Reproductive termites are an integral piece of the colony structure. Young reproductive termites, also referred to as alates, are black and pink. When outdoor humidity and moisture levels are correct, both male and female reproductive termites participate in mating swarms. Rain leaves back holes in the termite mounds through which the common predators ants attack the colony.